All right, you're probably sitting here being like, bro, I'm struggling to get sales. I'm getting so much traffic coming to my Shopify store, but bro, why is no one buying from me? I struggled with the same exact thing for a very long time until I sat down, I analyzed my data, and then I realized why. And in this video, I'm pretty much just gonna educate you on what I did to fix it and what you could do for yourself to make sure you don't face this problem and you start making money. Because I'm sure you've probably watched a lot of videos on how to fix it, and a lot of them are usually bullshit trying to sell you a course. I don't sell a course, so let's jump into it. That's struggling with the same thing. They were getting a lot of traffic but no sales. This is before September 1st to the 25th. $5,600 in sales. This is before they joined. They had 15,000 sessions, and then conversion rate was averaging a 0.3. Now I'm going to show you after. Fast forward September 26th to October 26th, just in a month, we were able to generate 113K. Sessions wise, they had 61,000 sessions. And then with that, we averaged a 1.1% conversion rate. The client was struggling with the exact same thing majority of stores struggle with. And then we sat down, did data analysis, and I'm literally going to walk you through everything I did in this video. So make sure you guys sit down, take notes, really pay attention, because this is genuine value. And then boom. Now, the first thing I want you to do is actually sit down and ask yourself this question. Would you really buy from your own store? That's a very important question, because I'm sure you've bought from other stores online. For example, let's say H&M. I buy a lot of shit from H&M sometimes, and then, I'll go on the client's website and it looks like it was made by a little kid on the spectrum. That's the problem. So really sit down and analyze your website and ask yourself this: would I buy from my own website? Is it optimized properly, or does it look like it was built by a little 5-year-old kid on the spectrum? That is the biggest thing you have to ask yourself. Go get feedback. Go ask your friends. Be like, hey, is my website easy to use? Is it easy to shop? What do you think of it? Be honest. You need honest feedback. That's what UX is. You need to have good UX on it, user experience. If your user experience is horrible, no one's going to buy from your website. Apologies on my cat. Let me just get him away. Anyways, if your UX is bad, no one's going to shop from your website. You really have to dial down on that. So what I mean by that is, look at the clicks. How many clicks does it take to even make a purchase? How long does your website take to load? Does it look appealing to the human eye? Is it aesthetic or not? At the end of the day, like, I've seen so many websites where it takes 15 to 20 clicks to buy, or the load time's horrible. They have music playing in the back. They have stars just flashing in the background. You don't want to do that. That hurts conversions. Like, you should not be doing that. And my cat is photobombing the camera. All right, bro. Like, guys, don't get mad at me if this video comes out shit. Get mad at Coco right there. Anyways, like I was saying, you have to ask yourself this question: is my website worth buying from? Would I buy from my own website? Yes or no? Because at the end of the day, if people are going on your website, think of it like this. Let's say you're running ads. Your ads are kind of like a bridge from point A to point B. Your ads will get people to where? Your website, right? So when they land on the website and it's not optimized properly, it takes forever to load, and it just has bad UX, would customers really trust you, or would they be like, yo, what is this? Why the fuck would I buy from this website? Will I even get my order on time? Is this even a professional brand? Like, people are going to question your website a lot. Your website has to be so smooth to a point where they don't even question it. It's smooth, easy to shop. Everything's clear in terms of information, and boom, couple clicks, purchase, boom, done. Now, let's talk about analytics. This is where a lot of people struggle, and they fail to realize why they're not making any money. Now, if you see a lot of visitors, a lot of people landing on the website, go into your Shopify analytics, scroll down, and click conversion rate breakdown. Click that. And now, let's say you're getting 5,000 sessions. Out of those 5,000 people, let's say 10 or 15 people add to cart. That might be a product issue at the end of the day, but let's say you're getting a lot of add to carts and a lot of checkouts, but not any conversions. That's not a product issue. That is a website issue. People do not trust your website. At the end of the day, just think of it like this. People are going to add to cart. They're checking out, but they are not buying. Why? There's clear customer interest, but they're not buying. Now I'm going to sit down. I'm going to show you examples of a good website versus a bad website. This is a website called Minimal LA. I like using them as an example because whoever made their website did a fucking amazing job. So just even landing on the homepage, look at the copywriting they have. Just landed, new void arrivals, shop now, and they have an aesthetic image up here. Now, of course, with starter brands, you might not have images like this, but you can still go based off the copywriting and the way they set up the website. If you look at the top, they have a banner that says free shipping to Canada on all orders above $150. You could put some type of offer up there, up to 50% off, or use code, say 50. Whatever the case might be. Now, if you look at their menu, pretty nice and optimized. You don't have to make your menu crazy optimized like this, but keep it nice and simple. For example, if you have different types of items, make sure you organize it. You need to have this organized or else people are going to bounce off. So just hopping out of that, scrolling down, collections are presented here in a nice manner. Let's say I click shop now. Let's say I go on a product as well. Just going on the product and going based off the product images, they're displayed fairly well. The model's wearing it. It's showcasing the product properly. And I can see everything about the product. Most people just have 1 to 2 images that are low quality, do not look good, and customers can't imagine themselves in those clothes. Let's say, taking just clothes as an example, they can't imagine themselves in that. Why would they buy it? They can't even see the quality. They can't see the print. Why would someone buy from you if they can't even see the product properly? At the end of the day, your website is a silent salesperson. A silent salesperson, and you have to close them. You have to close the client because they're landing on the website. But how do you do that? With shitty images? No. Scrolling down, description is fairly, optimized when it comes to mobile. It's short, but points out all the main details. Even points out model and what the model is wearing. Going on shipping, gives you all the details about shipping. And then even returns. If someone's like, oh, what if I don't like it? They can return it. This is a pretty good optimized website, especially based off images they have. I've seen a lot of people with websites that have stars in the background and just a whole lot of bullshit going on. You do not want to do that. Please, guys, you do not want to do that to your website because it's just going to hurt you in the long run at the end of the day. So this is one of the websites I like using as an example. I'm going to show you a couple other client websites we've done ourselves and our team. So it could kind of give you a rundown on why it works. Now, this is one of our clients' websites, Crazy Ambitions. We used our CVR glitch theme. If you do want to get that, I'll put that in the description below. However, just hopping onto this, like I mentioned before, in the website before, you see the top, they have a little offer/banner going on up there with a timer. That really helps with conversions. People see a timer, they're like, oh shit. It instantly activates that FOMO and they're like, oh man, I need to lock in, guys. Scrolling down, we have a little banner pointing out free shipping right here. People are like, okay, cool, free shipping. And then let's say we scroll down, right? If you look at the product images, they're fairly optimized. Everything's pretty organized. Let's go on the menu as well up here. Pretty simple, straight to the point. Like, we didn't overcomplicate it too much because with his specific audience, when we did sit down and analyze it, it's known as the red audience. When you research more into client avatars and go deeper into consumer psychology, the red audience is basically a hyperdopamine audience that just loves buying shit quick and, you got to FOMO them. Let's say we click on the product. Product images are fairly optimized. They showcase the product properly, front, side, back. Scrolling down, sizes are pretty simple. We have a little offer going on here. We point out fast and free shipping, everything pre-made, unmatched quality. And then we have a FAQ. The FAQ pretty much just answers all the questions that customers might have beforehand. What size should I get? When will I get my order? How much does the shipping cost? Very simple. And we have this little upsell thing right here, it goes well with, and it just showcases all the products. Now, one of the cool things we implemented was the add to cart here. So instead of it sliding out automatically, let's say they want to buy a couple things, they can just add to cart, it throws it in there. You open the banner, boom, right here, simple. So if I want to buy a couple things, I could just go through and add to cart. It doesn't hurt the user journey as much compared to some of the other websites I've worked on. This might work for you, it might not. Just depends on the type of audience you have and how you cater your website. We have the pre-built theme, so you can just pretty much just drag and drop. But like I mentioned, product images are key. Now I'm going to walk you guys through a website that is not as optimized. I'm going to go on a random example. By no means am I talking bad on anyone. This is just constructive criticism. All right, we're going to compare two websites. So I'm on this brand called Get Rich Clothing Brand. We're going to compare these back to back. So just landing on the home page, this is the base Dawn theme, which is all right if you make it properly, but most people don't optimize it, and you can see it right here. At the top, it says, welcome to our store. Look at what ours says. Holiday sale, 50% off, plus free gift, auto added to cart. That's the first thing. Next, scrolling down, Get Rich Escape Reality Sweatsuit Collection now, and it says purchase here instead of shop now. With ours, it shows a proper high quality image and says available now, and then we point out free shipping right here. One of the biggest things. Then it just says featured products, and then if I click purchase here, it takes us to a collection page. It just adds extra clicks. That's not worth it. Boom. Scrolling down, let's look at product pages. So let's look at their product page and ours. They have a photographer watermark on the bottom right, which is not a good sign. The photographer is he's promoting himself, and then the image quality is way too low. It's too dark. It doesn't even point the product out properly. There's no actual description. It just says collection. They're not pointing out anything in terms of the details on the sweatsuit, the model height, what size he's wearing. Compared to this, we point out literally everything. We even have a FAQ. If I was a random customer landing on this website, I would not trust it. This guy might be running ads, he might be getting sessions, but he's not getting any sales for a reason. It speaks for itself, hence why I even mentioned sit down, compare your websites to other bigger brands that are doing pretty well in the game, and just be self-accountable. A lot of people have this delusion where I have the best website in the world and they get traffic but no sales. There is a reason why. Scrolling down, nothing. There's no details. If I add to cart, okay, let's check out. No logo up there, not even optimized properly. Like, no policies here either. We don't know if we can trust this brand compared to just going here. We have all the policies here. People can trust it. We even have the Instagram linked here. You click this, you're going to land on the IG. Why would a random person trust your brand if it's not even properly optimized? Like, you really have to sit down and dial down, go through some of the websites I've told you about. You can even go on my Instagram. I have a lot of my clients plugged up in my bio, so you can even look at their websites. That'll open your eyes a lot, because at the end of the day, there's no point in having an ego and being like, I have the best website in the world, and then you're not converting. You have to sit down, take self-accountability, and educate yourself on what a good website is and re-optimize. Now, just to sum it all up, the reason you're not getting sales on your website and you're getting traffic is mainly because your website is not optimized. A little free game / tip for you guys is also, if you're running boost posts or traffic ads, you're not going to get sales off that audience. Your CPMs are way lower for a reason. Your cost to show to 1,000 people is way lower, and you can show it to a lot more people when you run traffic or boost, mainly because it's a low leverage audience. It's showing to people like me. I don't buy online off ads. I know how the game goes. I run ads myself. When you run sales ads, you'll pay a little bit more, but you're going to show to an algorithm of people that are used to buying online off ads. Hyper dopamine / impulse buyers. So keep that in mind. But like I was saying, you have to really focus on optimizing your website. You have to make sure your product images are on point. Make sure it looks clean, simple, aesthetic, easy to shop, have a little bit of copywriting, FAQs, reviews, size charts, offers on the top. And like I said, clicks, make sure your clicks are less to buy. Let's say it takes 15 to 20 clicks to buy. That is not good. 10 to 15 clicks, not good. The less, the better. The easier it is to shop, the more you'll convert. That's how it works. So I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. If you do want to get the CVR Glitch theme, that's going to be in the description for my YouTube. Make sure you guys like, comment, sub, and in the next video, I'm going to show you guys how to actually